Hey guys, this is Shade with a deck profile of a Nouvelle Rebirth, I guess combination deck. I've been actually wanting to make this deck since I heard about both the cards, and I think I know it plays pretty decent, so I guess I'll just get started. Starter I use is Red Pulse Draco Kid. He is the grade 3 searcher, or grade 3 or above searcher, I guess. Counterblast 1, put in Soul. Yeah, I would be running Conroe, can't run him. Other alternative would be Fargo, which is pretty sure if you kill something, then you can kill something else. But this is the ideal one, because you want to make sure you get a good ride. Trigger lineup, I am currently running. Oh, can you guys see that? Yeah, okay. 8 crit, I guess I'll throw it like this, 8 crit, 4 draw, 4 heal. I was running 7-5, 5 being the draw, and I drew way too much and decked out, so I lowered the draw a bit. Might try 9-3, but we'll always keep the heal, and probably will never run stands in this deck just because how it is. So, yeah, the draws you want to use is these or the Gatling Claw. Gatling Claw being the one where you counterblast 1, soul charge it, and kill a 0. But yeah, alright. Now that's that. And then let's get in the grade 1s. For grade 1s I run I'll just put them down first. Alright. For grade runs, firstly, I run 4 perfect shields. I don't run quintet walls right now because I don't like them actually, but if you did, I would probably throw or do 3-4. You have a lot of draw in this deck, so throwing 2 cards to block a attack isn't that bad. And what is the other thing? Quintet wall you might actually deck out, though it isn't bad because you get a overlord, or you have a chance to get an overlord in the drop zone, which you'll be needing for your grade 2 lineup. Next I'll talk about this Eternal Bringer Griffin. Eternal Bringer Griffin's effect is when it's placed on rear, if you have a Kagero Vanguard, you can pay the cost and you can discard, or the cost, which is discarding a grade 3 Kagero from your hand. And then you can search for your break ride and reveal it to your opponent and put it in your hand and shuffle your deck. So it's pretty good for ensuring your ride, and yeah, it's a 7k, so it's not bad. And it gets you your overlords in the drop. Next card I'd like to talk about is Kersey. You guys should know him, he's from set 11. The other alternative for Kersey I would say is Gojo. I run cards that drop draw if I run draw triggers. If I'm running 12 crit in any of my builds, I wouldn't even consider him, but he's a 7k. That is when you place it from hand to rear guard. If they have a grade 2, then you can drop draw. Normally you want to target your overlords for this or draw triggers. There you go. And this is a wild card right here, I guess, the unknown spot. Right now I'm running Calamity Tower Wyvern. You do have other soul charge in this deck, so you probably will only get him off once a game, one of the 2. You just have 2 in there to ensure you, or have a higher chance of actually getting. Though you can just throw him on the field because it doesn't matter for your Vanguards, I guess. I'll keep him to the side because I have something to say about him. But yeah, the other alternative is you can run Grom, which is Soul Blast 2 on Flip 2. You don't really use that much Counterblast, so it's not that good of an idea to run him. And you could run Bar, the 8k base. Those are the only ones I would consider running, though. Yeah. Grade 2 lineup is 4 Burning Horns, which is a 12k attacker if you have an Overlord in the field. Pretty good to hit numbers, so, and you are running mostly Overlords in this deck. Why I kept Tower Wyvern out, or one of the reasons, is this column right here is probably the only good column for grade 2s with the Wyvern. You'll hit 17. This behind anything else hits 14, and that sucks. So, yeah. That's that. And I guess anything else, any other grade 1 behind Burning Horn, you could use, well, you'll easily hit 18, 19, so. Alright, the next one I'll talk about is this Dragonic Burnout. I'm running 3 of them. Normally, grade 2 lineups are 4-4-3. This is the 3. I'm only running 6 Overlords in this deck, you'll see in a bit. And this effect is when it gets played on rear, you can choose an Overlord card from your drop zone, put it at the bottom of your deck, and you can Soul Blast and kill something. Yeah, it's an insanely cheap cost to kill something, so just a Soul Blast, and like I said earlier, your grade 1s will help you get the Overlords in the drop zone, so. And make sure when you heal trigger, if you have an Overlord in over there, that's probably one of your first choices to use that as a heal, other than like flip damage already, like something you already counterblast. So 3 of these, and 4 Nouvelle Critic. So for grade 2s alone, you have 7 ways to kill rear guards. It's pretty good. Nouvelle Critic came out in the extra booster. You guys should know what this is. It's Counterblast 1, reveal a grade 4 Nouvelle, and kill something. It can be on rear or a rear guard, so that's pretty good. 1 Counterblast and a reveal to kill something. Both your retires are grade 2. Pretty good. Yeah, I got a text. And grade 3-4 lineup is 4 Overlord, 2 Nouvelle, 2 Rebirth. This is a really weird build just because 2 kind of aces in the deck. I think of it, I just was really interested in this build. The other thing I would consider is 3-3-3, 9 rear guards, 1 less grade 1 probably. I've been testing this build though, it works pretty well. If you have both of the aces in your hand, you just have to decide which one you break right over or play normally. It just depends on what matchup. So, I'll go on Overlord's effect. And both of these cards are new cards from set 15. This one is when someone break rides over it, you can counterblast 1 after you attack a rear guard and discard 1 stand. So you kill one of their rear guards and stand your Vanguard. So pretty good. And has a +2 effect of if you have more rear guards than your opponent, which sucks, but that's normally the Kagero and Narukami one. So 4 of these, normally you want your break ride to, you know, higher damage, and this one's a plus for you and a minus for them, so I figured it was important to have 4 of these. Next rear guard, or next Vanguard rather, is the Counterblast 1, Rebirth. It's Counterblast 1, lock 1 or more. If you have 5 lock, you can stand it after it attacks a Vanguard. Pretty sure it's after you attack a Vanguard. Yeah, after you attack a Vanguard. And it's a discard too, so it's just if you want big attacks at the enemy's Vanguard. And it is the cross ride for this. So whatever you break ride over, if it's one of these 2 aces, you'll always get a 13 base, so this deck is pretty good defensive. That's why it has a lot of draws in it. Yeah, pretty good. Keep them over there. And this is Nouvelle. Triggers don't work when it's your turn. Like, your opponent's triggers don't work. They can't call zeros to the guard zone. It's a giant silent Zom, and this has a nuking ability of Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3, nuke the field. There's kill all the rear guards, but normally you won't get that out in this deck because this is 3, and remember, if you break ride Nouvelle over Overlord, you probably won't get the effect off either. Well, you can't get the break ride effect because if you kill their field, you can't hit a rear guard because it's already dead. So, but this is a really good finisher. And really good card in general because, you know, triggers don't work. You're hitting them with a giant silent Zom with decent amount of crits in your deck. Why I kept both of these out is you got to be smart what you ride or break ride over in this deck, because if you're against a Chaos Breaker, I wouldn't suggest using Rebirth, though you can still kill him. It just depends on if he has enough guard to kill you before you kill him. So, and this you can just keep for late game or just throw it away for like fodder for perfects or something. But ideally, you'd want one of these in your hand, and doesn't matter what your Vanguard is, I guess. You just use your grade 2s and these critics and burnouts to just kill all of their field over and over so they can't do anything. And then you have your 13 base and just guard until they're dead. That's all that matters. So this deck is pretty good in my opinion. I've tried it against a few people so far. 13 base, really defensive while having really good offensive by these ace cards. You have good retire capabilities, and you have lots of draw. So yeah, it's no defensive capabilities like Mega Colony and Link Joker, but you still have a 13 base, so it's not bad. If you guys have enough money to make this deck, I suggest trying it out. It's pretty fun. I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and see you guys soon.